They shot my dog and called it protocol. I'd lived in that small town for over a decade, kept to myself, worked 6 days a week at the garage fixing engines and rebuilding transmissions. I raised my 10-year-old boy alone since his mom left. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and we had Buddy. Buddy was a golden retriever I rescued from the shelter 3 years ago. Best dog you could imagine. Never bit, never barked, never so much as growled at anyone. My son used to say Buddy smiled with his eyes, and damn if he wasn't right. That dog followed us everywhere like a little guardian. Then one Tuesday morning changed everything. I was under the hood of a customer's Honda when my house alarm went off. Didn't hear my phone buzz because it was in the office. The security company called the cops. Standard procedure. I didn't even know anything had happened until around noon when my neighbor called and said there were cops at my house, and she heard a gunshot. I dropped everything and drove home like my truck had wings. I found Buddy in the backyard, shot, still breathing, but barely. Blood staining the grass, his tail twitching weakly. I wrapped him in a towel and rushed to the vet, hands shaking the whole time. He didn't make it. When I got back, Officer Williams was still standing there. Young guy, fresh face. Said my dog was aggressive when he entered the backyard, and he had no choice but to neutralize the threat. Aggressive? I asked him what exactly Buddy did. He said Buddy charged him. Said he feared for his safety. But I knew that wasn't true. Buddy didn't charge. Buddy never charged. My neighbor across the street has one of those Ring cameras. I asked if it might have caught anything. She was nervous, scared to get involved, but finally sent me the clip. It showed everything. Buddy saw the officer enter through the back gate, tail wagging, ears perked. He trotted over calmly, the way he always did with new people. Didn't bark, didn't run. Just a curious dog doing what good dogs do. Williams pulled his gun and shot him. No warning, no command, just bang. I took the footage straight to the station, filed a complaint. The desk sergeant barely looked at me, asked me why the alarm went off in the first place. Like that justified anything. 2 weeks later, I got the call. Internal Affairs had reviewed the incident. They said Officer Williams acted within department protocol, claimed his body cam malfunctioned. No footage, no wrongdoing. They gave him a week of desk duty and made him take an animal behavior class. That was it. I hired a lawyer. Couldn't afford one, but did it anyway. We sued the department and Williams. That's when everything turned. The police union sent in their own high-powered lawyer. Local media twisted the story, made me sound like some unstable guy who couldn't control his dog. They said Buddy was loose in the yard, in a fenced backyard. People started avoiding me. 3 customers canceled appointments. A few old neighbors crossed the street when I walked by. Worst of all, my son came home crying one afternoon. Said kids at school were calling me a liar. Said their dads told them I hated cops. Online? Even worse. People called me a disgrace. Said I probably trained my dog to attack. One person actually wrote, "You should be glad it was just the dog." 8 months later, the case finally went to court. Williams walked in clean-shaven, dressed like he was meeting the president. He called the judge, "Sir," every other sentence. Talked about how dangerous his job was, how he made a split-second decision to protect the community. My lawyer showed the video. Played it twice, once in slow motion. Buddy wagging his tail, walking calmly, no barking, no lunging. Williams changed his story. Said the dog barked first and moved quickly. Judge didn't even look moved. Said Williams had qualified immunity. That even if he was wrong, he was acting within the scope of his duties. Case dismissed. I stood in the parking lot after. Couldn't move, couldn't think. Williams walked by me to his car. Didn't say a word. Didn't look in my direction. And that's when I stopped believing the system was ever built for people like me.